Hey guys, this is Caleb Simpson here from ZeldaDungeon.net. You're watching our video boss guide for The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. This is the first phase of the final boss of the game, the Great King of Evil, Ganondorf. Now, as soon as the battle starts, Ganondorf will punch the center platform that you're standing on, causing the platform surrounding it to fall down into the room below. This kind of reminds me of the game called Don't Break the Ice, in which you're trying to hit out all these little platforms in order to make sure you don't hit the guy in the center. In any case, all of Ganondorf's attacks have a tendency to make the blocks disappear. If at any point during the battle you are in need of life or arrows or magic, you can hop on down and collect the goodies that are in the jars along the side. And then you can just climb up to the platform in the middle and quickly jump off to the side before Ganondorf punches the middle. You want to avoid the punching attack as much as possible because its shockwave effect makes all these little platforms fall down. So you want to keep the battle scene together as much as possible. Now, Ganondorf's main attack is to shoot this orb at you, which you can smack back with your sword, and then if you do it enough, then it will be able to stun him, just shoot with a light arrow, and then just get across this platform. You can do so using the long shot, you can do so using your hover boots to quickly run over there, or you can simply jump. Jumping is by far the best in my opinion because you press B and in midair and land with a jumping attack before you use your regular attacks afterwards. So you can by far do the most damage and you get the most hits out that way. So jumping is the best in my opinion. Now you can also reflect his attacks back at him from the corners. So pretty much this battle is a lot like the Phantom Ganon battle you faced before. Doing it from the corners like this is safe because if the orb hits the side, then it won't make the platform disappear, but also it's easier to see, so you can tell what's going on. But don't worry if you think that it's too far, because you can still get to him before he's on the ground too long. Now, just a fun little tidbit of information too is you can use an empty bottle and as well as the Megaton hammer to reflect Ganondorf's attacks instead. So that's kind of fun. But I would advise against using the Megaton hammer if you're just planning on doing something fun like this, because you can use it to smash the platforms on the side, which you definitely want to avoid doing that. So as a result, it can make this battle much harder if you're playing around like this. Now, one other word of warning is Ganondorf has a very large attack, which looks different colors in different versions of the game. In most games, it looks black, it's like a black hole type thing, and there's about all these multiple orb things that can make the platforms disappear as well. Now, what you can do is, his defenses are down while he's charging this up, so you can just simply shoot him with the light arrow, so it makes it a lot easier. Now, alternatively to 2, you can simply charge up a spin attack and then just release it while the orbs are coming at you, and this will make them all get reflected, and most of them will hit him, thus stunning him and just hitting him with a light arrow. So now I'm going to show you guys a trick in order to defeat Ganondorf and any boss really quickly. You use a jump attack, and then after that, without Z-targeting, you hold R and press B. This ducking, stabbing attack will mirror the damage of your last attack. In this case, it was a jump attack, so you're doing a jump attack which does twice as much damage, and then you're doing basically a jump attack over and over again, but you're doing it really quickly without the slow reaction time. So now I'm going to show you the entire Ganondorf battle, and I'm going to do loads of damage to him in just a few split seconds. So first I'm going to reflect all of his attacks back at him. Remember that the battle just started. So now I'm going to stun him, use a light arrow, press B to get the sword out, jump at him, press B in midair to do a jump attack, R, B, B, B. Each one of those attacks is doing 8 damage. So rather than 8, 2, 2, it's going 8, 8, 8, 8. So Ganondorf dies instantaneously. Now, a lot of you guys are probably saying WTF, but I'm going to show you guys the actual battle using the Master Sword now, and without doing any funny tricks to do massive amounts of damage, so that way you can actually see some of the strategy. So, cheap stuff aside, I like to attack Ganondorf from these side areas rather than the corners at first, because it's a lot faster, but I've beaten him a lot, so I just like to speed it up. So at first this is fine, but later on he does that punching attack if you're kind of standing on these horizontal areas. So like if you're standing from here, he will punch the ground and it'll make some of the platforms disappear. So you want to avoid that, but early on he doesn't do that at first, so it's okay. So here I'm attacking him pretty correctly and very quickly. So you stun him, get your sword out, jump, press B in midair, and then just smack him while you can. So then, as soon as he starts getting up, you always want to jump off as soon as possible. My personal motto is always to avoid his punching attack as much as possible, to keep as many many blocks in place as possible. Now here I avoided his attack on purpose, and that was so that I could taunt him, or, wait for him to do his big attack, because that one, there's no reflecting back and forth, you don't have to wait very long, you just stun him like that. So I just waited on purpose to make him use that attack instead. And you'll notice now too that I'm using the corners to attack from now on because I don't want him to use the punching attack and make the blocks go away. So once again I'm trying to lure him into doing that big attack, but here I got impatient, so I just went ahead and reflected his attack back at him. So that is how you defeat probably, in my opinion, the hardest boss in the game. And an interesting thing happens here in which he's just incredulous that Link defeated him, and then he will then cough up blood. In later versions of the game they changed the color to green to insinuate vomit instead, I assume because they thought it was too violent, as if stabbing this guy a bunch with your sword was not violent enough. I'm sure the real reason was so that this game can officially get the stamp to say that there is no blood to be found in the game. This ensures that they can have the E for everyone rating.